Hello and welcome, my friends. It is I, Jafa. Waiting to see if I get audio on the Twitch stream. I can hear it already. Okay, so welcome. Been doing a little bit of work here in the Nether. I opened this up like I said I was going to. I may continue to work on that wall. I don't know. It just doesn't feel as open as I thought it would. I fixed M's little staircase to where it's now the gray on gray theme that I always go for. Let me go ahead and drop stuff here in the box here. Hey, I said here twice. Here. Let's see. There's those. And we'll get rid of some of this. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. Back at base. Okay, this I showed off last week. That's the M's little fun park. It was actually quite fun for a park. Anyway, bump. Gotta come down and gotta go over and cut down a tree. So if you'll stick with me here for a second while I do the tedious task. Boy, I just am not able to speak today. So how was your Thanksgiving? Mine was great. We had a traditional turkey and mashed potatoes and all the fixings meal. And then I made my traditional dish after the after Thanksgiving meal. I make a dish called Thai turkey, and I've got to update these textures. This custom pack, I'm not liking this. Anyway, I make a Thai turkey, which is leftover turkey, and mix it up in a really spicy sauce. Everybody loves it. I had my entire family over this last week, so it pardon me. Yes, professional YouTuber. I really need to move that into the other room, but, you know, occasionally I do get calls. So I do apologize. Okay, now I can hear myself talking in my ear again. Give me control back. The reason why I haven't done too much on the server is I've been preparing myself for the... Sounds like it's raining out there. Been preparing myself for the Factorio, familiarizing myself with the game, with the updates and stuff like that. Oh, it is raining. Just not a thunderstorm. I'm not used to that on this world anymore. Just been working here, trying to dig out the farm, or the tree farm, the new tree farm. But yeah, I haven't been doing too much on the server itself, or this world itself, because I've been concentrating on Factorio. I've had to familiarize myself with the game. Once again, I am literally, I'm ready to do the rocket defense on it, but I'm wanting to, I'm going OCD on it. I want all my resources to be maxed out before I do it. And then once I do that, I have to start a new game and do with a high level of attack to see if I can learn how to defend myself quite easily early on in the game. Kind of like Zisto did in his Let's Play. I don't want it to be too easy of a challenge when I do start streaming this, but so far to get to rocket defense, this has taken me about 2 solid weeks, and that's me not doing anything in Minecraft. That's playing it all my free time for about 2 solid weeks. And I'm not going to stream all of that. So I've got to decide what I'm going to stream, what I'm not, when I'm going to stream, because school is almost out for me. I get a couple weeks break between the fall and spring semester, and that's when the streaming is going to be. I might even do some streaming in Minecraft, and then Diol and I and some of the others are talking about doing collabs on the server. Now, Diol and I have the same basic building, well, not building style. We like to see the same kind of things being built. He's just more artsy-fartsy than I am. As you see, I decorate in plains. He can somehow make it look beautiful. But, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to an area where very few, if anyone, has been touched. And then we're going to start doing the collab area. This is where, an area where either he and I, or basically anyone who wants to collab a build together, this will be the general area. And we're not going to have it like the 1.9. You know how, let's see, what direction would it be? It would be that direction. The 1.9 is going to be off in that direction. About 10,000 blocks is what we've been talking about. About 1,000 blocks in the nether, which would be 8,000 blocks. Be perfectly fine. But we're going to be building probably that way or that way. There's no one who's built further out this way than I have. Well, I guess M's Mesa is further out that way. But still, we're going to go out to an area that people haven't built in, and we're just going to kind of derp around out there, do collabs, maybe even find the ice spikes biome. Now, those of you who've seen my stuff, you know that I have an ice spikes. Where would it be? Way over that way. It's about 1,000 blocks away in the nether. Say 100 and something. So yeah, it's way far that way. But Diola's wanting to find one that we can manipulate instead of just use for resources. So yeah. Plus, we're not playing on an extreme hills, so the ice spikes are limited in their the amount of packed ice. I really wish that was added to the game, that you could maybe, well, let me show you in a crafting window. Okay, maybe you could put snow all around here and a bucket of ice right here, and then get a packed ice here. A single packed ice for 8 pieces of snow and a bucket of water. I kind of wish that packed ice and some of the other things were renewable resources, like having a decrafting menu for when you do the packed dirt. When you combine gravel with regular dirt, you never get the regular dirt or the gravel back. You lose both of the blocks, which they're near infinite, but you lose both of the blocks to get coarse dirt. And I don't like that. I like the idea that you can, at least get something back out of it. The coarse dirt is the one that I'm most upset about, that you can't decraft. Things like picks, that have durability, I think that you should never get a full return back. If you have an unused pick, sure, I don't have anything that's unused, but say, for example, I've never used that. It's sitting right up here, right? Then I should get 3 iron back. But if you use it once, you should only get 2 until it hits a certain percentage. And with as far gone as it is now, I should only get sticks back. That's the way that I think decrafting should work. I don't work for Mojang or for Microsoft. I don't even follow the tweets of Dinnerbone, which I guess Dinnerbone isn't working on the project anymore. I don't follow Grum, so I can't even make these suggestions. But those are just things that I'd like to see. So one thing that Diol and I have talked about is doing a collab on an entirely different server, and have it a modded server. He likes tinkers, constructs, and things like that, where I do not, but I don't have to use them, right? I can use the decrafting and the things that I think should already be in the game, while he can sit there and play with all the tinkering stuff. Food for thought. You may see something else come about. But as those of you who follow my channel for a while, you know that I only do 1 to 2 videos a week. And so having multiple series, it means that my main series, this one, is going to suffer. That is why I've been reluctant on making other videos, playing other games. I have other games I could play and share with you guys, but this is, I don't want to say my bread and butter because I don't get paid for this. This is my heart. This is the one that I like to do the most, and so this is what I'm sharing with you guys. If you do want something else to be seen, you know, send me a link, talk to me on the Twitch. It's trying to point with my mouse. It's right up there. No, it's I have it up on my other screen. Yeah, just let me know what you want to see and I will see about doing it. Let me go drop this off and get some more iron. Really? I don't have a sword to kill you there, buddy. Where are you at? Where are you at? Hey, buddy. I'll use my axe. Oh yeah? You think you're bad? Come on. Come on, I ain't even hiding under the too high. Come on. Wuss. Anyway. Yeah, I very rarely get visits from Endermen, but it's only when it rains outside. What was I doing? That's right, dropping stuff off. So I have all of these lovely little boxes here, rigged up with redstone, so that all I have to do is drop off on here. You know what? I ought to show you guys. Yeah, let's quickly do this, and then... Oh, that's right, it won't even go into the top box because I haven't fixed it. But anyway, right now I am on the server alone. Okay, now, do you see the lag? This is what I deal with whenever I run this thing. I can't handle it, guys. I've got to... Oh. Yeah, and this is... I'm alone. Absolutely incredible. Come on. Now it runs for a period of time after the after this chest is empty, it goes down into a hopper, and that's where it picks up whether or not to run. And then it runs for a period of time afterwards so that, oh, thank goodness, so that stuff can go all the way up, all the way through to there. Yeah. And see, now when I run around, it's nice, it's smooth. I still feel a little bit slow, but anyway, you get the gist. I can't even use this fancy little redstone world. So that's the reason why I'm changing this. In my next version of Eldersdale, which, if everything goes as planned, will still be on this server. Okay. What else did I need? Oh yes, iron. Okay, that'll be enough for a couple of picks and moo to you too. But as you can see, before I head back down there, farms are doing quite well. I'm getting more resources than I can use, which is why I haven't harvested them. I don't even have a brewing setup anymore. Oh, yes, that was the other thing. I don't know if I've mentioned this or not. We had another guy on the server, and he found our dual blaze spawners, and he destroyed them. So now we don't even have a way of getting blaze rods. 1.9 comes out. Guess what you have to use to brew? That's right. 1.9 has changed brewing to where you have to have blaze rods as a fuel source, which is an absolutely brilliant thing. They should have had that like years ago. But you have to have blaze rods for brewing regularly. We don't have a blaze rod spawner anymore. So we have to go and basically manually farm in the nether, meaning we have to sit there in a nether fortress, wait for them to naturally spawn, then shoot their faces, and then we can, do what we need to do. I consider it quite painful to do it that way, but what can you do? So one of my hopes, one of my goals is that when we generate the new 1.9 terrain, we will be able to find a silk touch for this one and this one. That we will be able to find a blaze spawner, maybe even a dual spawner in a nether fortress. That would be ideal. The other thing that we could do if we absolutely needed to, and I do stress absolutely needed to, is I do have MC Edit. I can edit one in that's not too far away from our new nether portal. But that's an extreme. That's if we can't find anywhere in our new location. I don't like, cheating that way. But our last one was destroyed, and it was, yeah. Okay, you can't see it from here. The nether portal that I just built here with the big trees, etc., if you was to go through that in the nether and then go straight down, you land on one of the old spawners, or where the platform where the old spawner was. So it was that close to all of our bases, and now we don't have them. So if I have to, yeah, godlike powers makes me abuse my powers. But what else are you going to do, right? I have 6 more minutes to say in your ear. I don't know what else to talk about. We've talked about school. We've talked about a couple ideas that we're having for the 1.9. Do that and then do this. Basically, each time that I lower this, I'm having to adjust for light levels. I start getting spiders spawn in one area as I was in another, and so I'm having to use torches along the walls to keep that from happening. And then every 6 blocks, which means at the bottom of this one there will be another row of these. So yeah, that's what I'm doing there, and that's just to keep the room from looking too gloomy. It's not going to serve a purpose in the ultimate scheme of things. It is solely cosmetic. to keep it from looking too gloomy. I was thinking about having just plain dirt or gravel or whatever around each of these, but I kind of like the bars of distinction. So that's the idea that I'm going there. Now that I think about it, what I should have done... No, it wouldn't have worked on the side. Never mind. I was thinking put half slabs top and bottom and stairs here, but then I don't have a half wall area here. I guess the top and bottom would have added vertical. I'll try it out down here, and if I like it, then I will alternate between this and the half slab here, or the stair top and bottom. Anyway, yes, I'm trying to improve my artistic design, my interior decorating. 1, 2, 1. And so, let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else that you guys might care to have an update on. I mean, I could talk for a while. My family can attest. But I don't want to bore you guys too much. I could not have done that any better. That was awesome. Okay, and then torch here. So, okay, well, we've talked about just about everything else. Let's talk about the weather. Right now, where I live, we are under a huge ice warning, ice storm, ice threat, whatever it's called. The streets are frozen. What happens here is when it gets cold, it doesn't get cold enough to snow a lot. It mainly just rains, and then everything turns to ice. Yeah, and then add to it that the ground is a little bit warm, so the bottom layer is water, and then the wind cools off the top to ice, and so you have sheet ice. And that makes for a fun drive. Needless to say, I'm not going anywhere today. Do I have... Brilliant! You know what? I'll just self-touch one. Okay. Okay, I was expecting sound from that. I don't know why. Anyway. How many times can I say anyway today? Whoops, I didn't mean to make all of those. Well, I have picks for days now. So yeah, if you want me to try play a game, let me know what the game is. I'm not going to be buying a game just to randomly play it. If I wanted to play it, if I wanted to try it out, then I might consider buying the game if you guys want to see it. But just telling me, oh, try this game, you know, it's only $3 on Steam, that's not necessarily going to get me to buy the game. I have to want to play it, otherwise my content is going to be crap. Well, quite frankly, my content could be crap already. But yeah, I have to be able to want to play the game. I know Dan Hardcastle, he's played games that people have suggested that he absolutely did not like. I'm not going to do that to myself. If I don't have an interest in playing a game, then my review of that game is going to be absolutely horrid, and I'm just not going to do that. One, you know, I'm not going to subject you to hearing me rant and rave about how awful something is, while at the same time, I don't want to just suffer through a game that, possibly irritates me. I'm not much of a masochist. I am, however, out of time. The clock is telling me that I have used up all of my allotted half hour. So I'm going to go ahead and close this one out for the YouTube. And, well, I'm just going to go ahead and close this one out. Yeah. So let me just go ahead and say, my friends, let's get the face in here. Whoa, further away. Thank you. May peace find you well.